All right, here's the practice in the bottom of the notes from the building polynomials lesson. There's two other practices after this one. The first example, we're just going to write standard form. So in order to write standard form, you need to know where your roots are. Those roots are at -3, +1, and +4. Now, to write the standard form, you have to start with factored form. So to write factored form, you're going to have a factor for each of the roots. You take the opposite sign. So for -3, the factor is x plus 3, x minus 1, x minus 4. Now, in order to multiply, I like to start on the right. You don't have to, but you multiply two factors together first. The other factor, the x plus 3, is just going to hang out until after you multiply the other guys. Okay? So let's see, I have x times x, which is x squared, minus 4x, minus 1x, plus 4. Now I'm going to simplify that first just to make it so there's a little fewer terms. The middle terms combine, x squared minus 5x plus 4. Well, now what I can do is distribute the x plus 3. Now I have two things to multiply together again. So I'm going to start with distributing the x to all three terms. X times x squared is x cubed minus 5x squared plus 4x. Then I distribute the 3. 3 times x squared minus 15x plus 12. And to finish the problem, you combine like terms. So x cubed is the only one. That's the first term. Minus 5x squared plus 3x squared is -2x squared. 4 and -15 is -11x. And plus 12 on the end. All right, now you can check your work. You can see if the picture looks about the same. You would type those both into Desmos and see if you got the same answers. All right, number 2, we're just writing factored form. So remember, when you have x equals 4, the factor is the opposite sign. When I have a fraction, the 5 comes up in front of the x, 5x, and then you do the opposite sign of the numerator. For +1, my factor will be -1. And then here for the fraction again, the 2 pops up in front of the x. You take the opposite sign of the numerator. That would be your factored form. All right, that's practice for the notes. There's 2 more practices that you can try if you need.